As court is not in session today due to a juror falling ill, let's just take a look at the next steps in this trial. I'm a lawyer, and if you are confused or not sure what happens after the prosecution arrests their case, do not worry, I will let you know what the next steps are in the trial. Now, because the juror is sick, this may delay the trial by a day for the prosecution's case, but I don't think it would delay it any longer than that. The prosecution have Brendan call as a witness to call to the stand, and then the prosecution will ultimately rest their case. Then it's over to the defense. The defense have already said that their case will last anywhere between 2 to 5 days, and this will involve various witnesses and exhibits to disprove the prosecution's case. Remember, the prosecution have the burden of proof in all criminal trials. What's the burden of proof? Well, the prosecution must prove the defendant's guilt beyond a reasonable doubt. After the defense rests their case, it's over to the prosecution for the rebuttal. And during this time, the prosecution can call any new witness who, for example, can contradict a defendant's witness. This evidence has to be limited to the defense's case. Then we move on to closing arguments, both the prosecution and the defense. The closing arguments are a way for both sides to argue the evidence that the jurors have heard, the jurors have seen persuasively in favor of either the government to say why Diddy should be convicted on the charges that they have presented, or the defense in favor of Diddy, saying that Diddy is innocent of these charges and that all the relationships were consensual and none of the charges apply. And then it's over to the jury for jury deliberations and then the eventual verdict. And that jury deliberation should begin sometime next week, probably towards the end of the week. As I said, the defense have said that their case is not really going to be taking that long, maybe 2 to 5 days. So let's see what happens there. If you have any questions, let me know in the comments below. As always, let me know your comments as well. And stay tuned because this trial is nearing the end.